Oh. Hey everybody. Hi, it's me. It's Dawn Ori. I just wanted to come on for a minute. It's been so much happening over the last few weeks with us being in the house and all this other kind of stuff that was going on. And I think I put it out there maybe a week ago that I was thinking about doing a meditation. And leading up to the meditation, I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about the things that I think are important when we talk about what we want to do and what we want to have and be centered in with meditations. So if you come on and I don't see you, or I'm talking and I don't respond to you, I apologize ahead of time because I want to be able to get the points out and just be able to have a full conversation with you as I go along. So I know I normally say hey to everybody and all that stuff, but today I'm just going to focus on what I want to talk to you guys about, and you guys can kind of see the video and go through. And it'll probably be like that for a while because I just want to make sure that I get everything out. And sometimes when I'm talking to you guys, I don't get everything out. So if anybody pops on, I'll say hi. I'll say hello, hey, how you doing, and all that stuff. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about was keeping the faith. I just wanted to first introduce myself. I'm Dawn Ori, Coach Dawn Ori, and I am an abundance coach, and I also am a real estate agent with Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage. And in this time, I wanted to talk to you guys about what you are doing to keep the faith, just to be able to get through this time that we are in right now, to be able to sense the changes, to be able to move forward, and to have clarity in your life in terms of what's next. So one of the things that I was going to suggest to everybody is that they seek stability and seek peace. A part of seeking stability, there are a couple things that you can do in seeking stability. The first thing is you can create a routine. I know that in all the things that we used to be able to do 2, 3, 4 weeks ago when we were going outside and going to work, if you were a non-essential employee, or even if you are an essential employee and you're working from home, there are things that we have always done that right now we might be able to not have access to. So one of the things that I think is really important in this whole thing about keeping faith is setting up routines. Routines for time with prayer, routines for time with meditation, but also routines with everything else in your household that you have to do. So you used to get up and go to work from 9 to 5, or 9 to 6, or whatever your schedule was, 7 to 11, 10 to 9 at night in the morning, however it goes. There was a routine that you had. And believe it or not, that helps you, the routine of it all helps you to have faith in the systems that you have built for your life. So it's important for you to create routines to keep stability and to also create peace. What does that look like? So creating peace would be you looking at all the things that have been disrupted and molding them so that you have peace of mind about where you are right now. So I've talked to a couple of my friends, and they are working from home. Some of them are high powered executives, and they have a lot of stress, and they still, they're home. So they have children, they have spouses, they have a lot of things that are not necessarily a part of their daily work day. So because of that, it's important that the creation of the routine and the creation of the peace happen however it needs to happen. So say, just like you said, Earl, maybe you don't want to be up early. Still creating that routine makes all the difference in the way that you process the temporary, maybe permanent new normal. So thinking of it that way. Also think of creating peace by, having me time, setting aside time. I know if you're in a house and it's 4 or 5 people, 3, 4 people, 2 people even, if you're not used to having 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 people in the house at the same time, and you still have to have balance between work and children and school and all those other things that mix into this thing that we're doing called life right now. One of the things that will help you is if you really and truly look at creating peaceful spaces for you as an individual, but also peaceful spaces for the family. So when I was growing up, my godparents taught me this because we had daily prayer time. We had time when we literally stopped what we were doing and prayed. If we were about to go somewhere, we created peace in the car before we left by everybody stopping and praying. Every person that could move their mouth and had a voice, no matter if the words were baby talk or not, we all prayed. So that created a structure for when we got in the car. It also created the first level of this is normalcy, which creates peace for that specific task and environment. So thinking of it that way, you want to make sure that you create peace, however that works for you. Maybe it's a meditation time that you need, especially if you are a person who has a lot of responsibility and you're not at your normal job, in your normal lifestyle, in your normal work environment, and you're trying to juggle the new thing with the kids and the household and everything. Plan a step down time just for you to be able to have peace so that you'll be able to move forward. So that's the first one. The second thing that I would say is seek connection. Sometimes, and I know there are a lot of us, because we're sheltering in place right now, we are alone. And so either if we're alone or if you're an extrovert like me, I hang out with my friends. So if you're an extrovert like me, I hang out with my friends. I go to lunch, I go to dinner, I go to breakfast, we go hang out, we go work out, we go dancing. We do all these things together on a regular basis. So this time is especially different to be away, like from my friends, and to be away from, the normal routine of my life, going to see clients, going out to talk with clients, going out to do other things that would give me the connections that I'm normally used to. And to keep me from being isolated, we've set up things like we've set up girl time. So we have Zoom time on the phone, on the Zoom. I talk to literally every friend I have that I talk to on a regular basis. I call them or I text them or we talk in some form at least once a week. I do a lot of video chat. One thing that I think is fortunate about being me in this kind of situation is I've learned to be away from my family. That was one of the hardest lessons that I had to learn by moving to California, because my whole family is in Michigan. So brother, sister, mother, stepfather, children, the nieces, the nephews, the great nieces, great nephews, all of those people that I would normally have interaction with at this time, because we would all be huddled in the house together. I don't have that. But I learned ahead of time, whereas some people didn't have the advance to learn. So they're just kind of, if they're not married, or if they don't live with or have roommates, or if they're not in a situation where they are constantly in a place where they have regular connection, it can be a little tough. People get a little nervous. People get sad. People have things that they would like to be able to reach out and touch people, but they can't. So they find themselves at home a lot, alone. And because you're used to being a physical social person, it's very different to be a virtual social person. So what you need to do is really start focusing on your connections. Be connected on purpose. Even if you're an extrovert, extroverts thrive on being able to be with people. Introverts thrive on being able to be alone to recharge, but they still need some form of contact. And I have to admit they got it a little deep. They got it a little deeper than we do in terms of the extroverts. We're trying to scramble for people for this whole, how do we live this online life? And the introverts are either like, I've been doing this thing for a minute, or I've been practicing on being alone. But some of them still need a little contact here and there. And if they're alone and they're home alone, studies have shown that you need some form of human contact in order to just continuously develop. So make contact with your people, especially during this time when, things are uncertain. We don't really know how long we're going to be in the house. We don't really know how long this whole thing is going to happen. Give yourself the opportunity to create relationships here where you are so that you'll be able to flourish even in this time. It will help you keep the faith because you are connected to other people that you love, that love you. So you, even though you can't touch them, you get to share with them. So that's important. Some people form online prayer groups. My friend Ayana in LA, she's a Zumba instructor. She's also an executive, right? But her passion outside of her job is dance. We dance together in Michigan. So she's a Zumba instructor in LA. And rather than her saying, you know, all the instructors were like, what are we going to do? There's no way that we can teach Zumba the way we used to do it. Well, they've started a different thing. So now I get to dance with my friend from Detroit who lives in LA whenever I want to, through a Facebook group and through virtual. So that gives me the opportunity to stay connected to her, to find out what she does, to find out what she doesn't do. Like, it gives me the opportunity to be connected to her in ways that before this I might not have been. So that's a really good thing to really seek to be connected. In our office, we have office meetings, and they're virtual office meetings. So now, rather than me being the one that's at home on the company Facebook, I get to see everybody. And everybody gets to see me because we're on a Zoom call where we can see one another back and forth. And so just that connection really helps to make things better. So if you live far away from your friends, if you live far away from your family, if you're close to your friends and family, one of the really important things is to make sure that you stay connected. If you don't have great relationships, now's the time to work on building something so that you'll be able to sustain yourself. Because isolation could cause depression. It could cause loneliness. It could cause feelings of despair especially if you're an extrovert and you're shy and you need to get out, but you're not really comfortable, talking with people. DM somebody like, hi, how are you? People are doing that with me. So that's important. Make sure you do that. The other thing that's really great about helping you keep the faith is seek opportunity. So thinking about seeking opportunity now is the very best time to learn something new, to grow in a different area, to create a different thing, or to get more focused and more honed in on your specialty. And you can do that a myriad of ways. There's Udemy, there are classes that are free online, there's audio books, there's audio tapes, there are things on iTunes University. Oh Lord, don't get me started on iTunes University. I love that place. And there are other ways that you can actually learn and seek out ways to create opportunity for yourself. Who needs your service? Who needs the skills that you're sitting on as a non-essential worker out there in the world who now can't perform their business without you as a contractor? Who needs that? Have you thought about the fact that people still need different languages to be interpreted? Maybe you can do that if you're fluent in a language via Skype or via the video chat or via FaceTime. Maybe you can still be of assistance to them and still be able to create a service that helps you to make money in a time when if you don't have a paycheck coming in, things could be slow. So think about the ways of creating opportunity. Napoleon Hill, I learned that. So he said that in the face of a horrible tragedy or something that is not good, there's always a seed of equal benefit in there, but you have to search for it. Searching for it helps you to keep the faith. How? Because it helps you to open your eyes to opportunities that could change your life dramatically. So this is what I'm saying about making sure that you look for the seeds of opportunity that are here, because believe it or not, they are literally everywhere. as a real estate agent, I can now do virtual showings to properties in California. But I can also help my investors, because we probably need to do a virtual showing if they're investing out of state. So it gives me the opportunity to widen my search. I also get the opportunity to help them if they're looking for bank-owned properties, because they're still looking. People are still buying properties. You know what I mean? So that opportunity is still there for me. And I just have to dig in. To be able to be a better listing agent, I have to dig in. To be able to be a better salesperson, I have to dig in. To be able to be somebody who is a better, even if it's just the opportunity to show love in a different way. D Nice, who is a DJ, who has DJed all around the world for many years, decided, how can I bless the world? And he used his talent of DJing to throw the world's biggest party. And now everybody in the world showed up for the party. Literally, the first time he did it was over 300,000 people on his Instagram, just because we all wanted to connect at the same time in one place. So, and the celebrities and the regular people and all kinds of people, from Michelle Obama to one of the Jacksons, to the rappers, to Jill Scott and other people, everybody was there to support his effort to just bring the world together. What are the opportunities that are out there for you? Seek them. They will help you to get from where you are to where you want to be. And so those are the things that I want to share with you right now for keeping the faith. I don't want to be on here a long time, but I did want to give you guys an understanding of how it's best to look at keeping the faith. Again, I'll go over it. Keep the faith by seeking stability, seeking peace. And the greatest ways of seeking stability and seeking peace is create a routine and set aside time for you to turn in and go into prayer, meditation, and time for you to really and truly hear what's next for you. The other thing, the second one, is to seek connection. Look at ways for you to connect with people, either that you know right now, that you want to know. How many people could you really connect with right now that you want to know, that you haven't really had the opportunity or the time to really get to know better? This is the opportunity. What are we doing? We're at home. Get to know some people. The last one that I would say again is to seek opportunity, because in every space where there is adversity, I truly, truly believe, Napoleon Hill said it, but I truly believe it, there is also a seed of equal benefit. Find the benefit for you. Find the benefit for you. And your life, even in this time, however long this time is, can be enhanced. And it can help you keep the faith in yourself, in your connections with your people, and what's available to you right now, and what could be available to you in the future. I'm Dawn Ori. Thanks so much for listening. I'm Dawn Ori with Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage. I'm also Dawn Ori with DawnOri.com, speaker, thought leader, abundance coach. Love you very much. Have a wonderful Sunday. Bye.